Canada isn't the only country embroiled in political drama. British Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer is firing back at criticism of his government and the handling of Britain's historic grooming gangs crimes. And the disapproval is not coming from within the UK. Tessa Bennett has been following the story today. Tessa, who cast the first stone?
Manisa, Elon Musk has taken a strong interest in British politics, using his social media platform X to call for a new election and for Prime Minister Starmer to be imprisoned.
Those that are spreading lies and misinformation as far and as wide as possible, they're not interested in victims. They're interested in themselves.
British Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer is responding to an online storm drummed up by Elon Musk. For days, the owner of social media platform X has been dredging up a years-long scandal over historic child sexual abuse in England. It started with Musk backing calls for a national inquiry into the handling of cases of rape by men of underage girls by the Crown Prosecution Service, previously run by Starmer. A 2014 inquiry found at least 1,400 children were subjected to sexual exploitation between 1997 and 2013. In a series of posts, Musk called for both Starmer and his safeguarding minister to be imprisoned.
We've seen this playbook many times, whipping up of intimidation and threats of violence, hoping that the media will amplify it.
Starmer has led the Labour Party since 2020 and was elected Prime Minister last year after voters ousted Conservative Rishi Sunak. Starmer's government has rejected a national probe into the gangs, citing a 7-year inquiry that was completed by the previous government.
The truth is that really ever since Sir Keir Starmer became the Labour leader back in 2020, politicians, particularly Conservative politicians, have occasionally tried to attack his record as the Director of Public Prosecutions in England.
Musk is also calling for the release of Stephen Yuxley-Lennon, better known as Tommy Robinson, a far-right activist who is in prison for contempt of court.
Those who are cheerleading Tommy Robinson are interested in justice. They're supporting a man who went to prison for nearly collapsing a grooming case.
Londoners were polled in response to the political ordeal, saying Elon Musk has no place in their politics.
It's an unelected official who's demonstrating a political interest for motives that we've got no idea where he's coming from. So, yeah, I do have concerns about it.
I get nervous when he starts paying large amounts of money and having a very direct influence on our politics, because I think it's hard for the person in the street like me to really understand what's going on when there's so much influence.
Political scientist John Curtis does not think Musk poses a legitimate threat to Starmer's image, saying his issues remain righting the British economy and overcoming the notion that he is not the right choice for government.
It's because of all of these things that Sir Keir Starmer faces political difficulty, not because of pot shots from somebody who, yes, generates a lot of journalistic interest because of A, he's the richest man in the world, and B, his current closeness to President Trump, but not necessarily because he is somebody whose views are particularly well attuned to those of the broader British public.
The tech billionaire isn't just targeting Britain's politicians. German Chancellor Olaf Scholz has also been in the line of fire after Musk publicly backed Germany's far-right party.